Hey Stinks, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Ginnie and I have no life. Why am I saying that? You might be asking. Well, let me just show you. Hold up. My October TBR. And that is not counting the books I have here on my Kindle. I don't know what is wrong with me. What am I thinking? I still have more books to add on here from September that I didn't get to read, that I really want to read and I didn't get to read. Yeah. But that I'll let you know more about when I do my wrap up. But yeah, this so far, it's just the new books I added. Yeah, just new books that I added to my October TBR. So Stink, you already know, in normal Ginnie fashion, my TBR is going to be all over the place. We got some horror, we got some mystery thrillers, we got some dark fantasy, we got some YA thrillers, we got some horror manga. Like, there's a little bit of everything in here, and I can't wait to share that with you. So let's get into it. So the first three books I'm going to talk to you about are from my book club, Totally Book Club, and this one is actually from the My Guilty Pleasures book club, which is for my premium simps, the subscribers, premium subscribers. That book is The Troop by Nick Cutter. I was gonna say Carter for some reason, but it's Cutter. I am like super excited to read this one, besties, because I've heard so many good things about it. As you already know, I don't really like going into my books knowing anything. I like going in there blind.
I'm legally blind, I can see, barely.
Yeah, like that. What I do know about this one is that it's horror. It's set in like a camp in the wilderness in Canada, mind you, because it's like something with like every year these boys go to like a Canadian campsite or something like that. And then one day, this mysterious, weird looking dude comes up on the site. And he's like very skinny, sickly looking, weird, and super hungry.
Me so hungry.
Of course you are, hungry Homer.
The boys are kind of like exposed to something weird and like horrifying, and that's like some bioengineering type nightmare. Look at what this says. It says lean and crisp and over the top, disquieting, disturbing. Kind of sounds like me. If you think about it. Well, I'm not really disturbing, but I mean, maybe. Anyways, and then the king himself, Stephen King, also blurbed this, which he said, "The Troop scared the hell out of me and I couldn't put it down. This is old school horror at its best." And yes, hello, we love us some old school horror, and the king said this scared the shit out of him. Well, guess what? I'm ready to be scared the shit out of. And not only has the king said great things about this one, but the booktuber Gabby Reads, which I love watching her stuff for stuff like this. This is actually like one of her favorite books. I am super excited to read this with my simps, and I can't wait to get started. The other book club pick, which is actually part of the free area of my book club on Discord, is The Hex. Well, it's not The Hex. It's, let's do that again. Hex by Thomas Hallveld, something like that. This is actually like a best-selling Dutch novel that was translated into English, and here we are, right? It's also said to be like this horror dark fantasy, which is pretty cool because I love all things dark, and when you mix dark with fantasy, that sounds kind of fun. I don't know that song, but sometimes you just gotta roll with it, right? All right, anyways, so in this one we're going to Black Spring, where we're at this beautiful town that's haunted by the Black Rock Witch. And let me tell you, bestie, this witch is a freaking menace who thinks she can do whatever the hell she wants. Like, she goes to people's homes unannounced, like at her will, and she roams the streets of Black Spring. She decides, hey, I'm gonna mess around and be a bully to little kids, and I'm gonna just stand there by their bed at night. Yes, like, she's just so annoying. So the town decides to take it upon themselves to quarantining everybody to see if they could like stop whatever curse this is. The town eventually takes it upon themselves to like do this whole thing of like quarantining everybody to see if that helps stop the curse. I don't see how that would help stop the curse because you're just really staying inside unless there's like a way for her to like latch on to you and that's the only way she's able to get into your house or whatever. But yeah, I don't see how that's gonna work. But anyways, enough with the rambles. These pesky teenagers decide, ooh, I think it would be cool if we did this thing and did it viral, like, you know, did the haunting like online and we go viral and we do all this. Yeah, it kind of sounds exactly what teenagers would do nowadays, especially. All these teenagers did was end up causing more mayhem because with their viral haunting, they end up making the town go back into dark medieval practices. That to me sounds like a whole lot of fuckery, a whole lot of chaos. I am here for it. I'm excited. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pretty disturbing read because medieval practices, we don't want to go there. We don't. Another book club pick was The Witchlings by Claribel Ortega. Yes, I had to say it super Spanish. It's just a Spanish name because that's the Latinx author. I don't really know too much about this one, but I do know that they say it's perfect for fans of Amari and the Night Brothers and Nevermore. Both of those books I absolutely loved. So here we are reading Witchlings. So every year there's a black moon ceremony in which witchlings are placed into covens. And there's these 3 witchlings in particular who decided they wanted to do some kind of magic, but guess what? It went wrong. Yeah, it went totally wrong. And what went wrong, you may be asking? Well, now they're set to remain as witchlings, which means they won't come into their full powers. But there is a way to kind of go around that and maybe fix things. The way around it is that they have to kind of do this impossible task in which many other witches prior to them have failed at. Now, if they succeed, they'll be good, right? They'll come into their full-blown powers and all will be well and things will be fixed. Now, if they fail, they'll turn into toads and they'll remain that way forever. There's no going back from that.
Easy, princess, do not panic. What did you do to me? I'm green and I'm slimy. No, that is not slime. What? You are secreting mucus.
Do they get their full powers back or do they turn into toads? We're gonna find that out this month. So, Bestie, I am super excited to read Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter.
Damn.
Listen, I know you've seen this book on my TBR before. If you a ride or die bestie, well then you know. But we're not gonna go into all of that. We're gonna talk about what is this book and why is it still here. Well, we don't need to know why it's still here. Obviously, it's still here because I didn't read it.
Well, duh.
Basically, from what I remember, this is about like some sisters who haven't spoke in a while, but then somehow they reconnect again. One has like a husband and she's like living her best life. The other one is like a single mom who's like with a dirt bag. And the one with the husband, her husband dies. It kind of brings back a whole bunch of like memories of their long lost missing sister. Yeah, there's like a third sister, but she's been missing. They don't know what happened to her. So now they're trying to figure out, is the husband's death connected with the sisters? Or if she's dead, I don't know. Bestie, I have to read this. So get on my ass about it, all right? I give you permission. Another book on my October TBR that I am super excited about. You know what, Bestie? I'm just going to say how I'm excited about all these books. But this one I'm very excited for, and that's Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. And for this one, I don't really know too much about it. So there's that. I'm just going to figure that it's about a haunted house on Gallows Hill. Because that's it. That's just what it is. I mean, the cover kind of explains it all, right?
Right.
Okay, so it says it's time to come home. The whole family has owned the Gallows Hill winery. Oh yeah, it's about a winery that's owned for generations. Their family is thriving, but then people whisper that there's a curse and it's awakening again. So yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna find out. Did that curse awaken? I'm sure it did, because then what would be the point of this book, right? But anyways, it also states beautifully written and sure to keep readers guessing. All right, I'm ready to take a guess and see what the heck is going on at Gallows Hill in this house. Another book that has me excited is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. Listen, I know that at one point in the summer when I went to Puerto Rico, I wanted to read this book, right? I put out a poll and everything. It was this one and another one, which we'll talk about soon. To be honest, it just didn't feel like the right time. I don't know. In the summer, I was kind of slumpy, so that also explains it. But I felt like this is just perfect to read now. So let me just read this back piece for you so you could get an idea of what's going on here. It says, it was tradition that the outgoing seniors of Springville High converged into a caravan downtown on the way to their respective dances. The townspeople would line the main street in lawn chairs to catch glimpses of the partygoers in their fine gowns and tuxedos. No one knew it would be the last time that most of them would be seen alive. Yes, look at the back. Oh my God, it's giving Carrie vibes. I love Carrie, so I can't wait. And it's Tiffany D. Jackson, so you know it's gonna have like a lot of themes of American racism and, you know, just power struggles and stuff like that. So yes, this cover, this cover is beautiful. I love it. I need to just have it on my shelf like this because it's just such a beautiful cover. It's perfect. I am so excited to finally read this one, and it's just the time for it. And I know I'm gonna read that one this month. I know it, Bestie. I feel it in my bones. It's electrifying. I am also like super stoked about reading Love Sickness by Junji Ito. I think it's supposed to be like a collection of like horror stories and stuff. I'm super excited because this is my first time like reading something by Junji Ito, and I know like a lot of people that love horror love his stuff. There's really not much to say about it, but I'll just read this part right here. It says, an intoxicating beauty turns a small town into bloody hell. So from what this sounds like, it might be like some paranormal stuff going on, some freaking maybe vampires. I don't know. It sounds bloody, it sounds fun, and I'm excited to get to this one this month. Bestie, if you've been here, you know what, let me drink some of this. All right, I don't know what coffee is gonna do for me with this one. I'm definitely looking to finish.
You serious?
Listen, Bestie, do not come for me. Or matter of fact, do come for me. Make sure I read this year. Make sure I finish this year. Because if you've been watching my stuff, you know this has been sitting on my Goodreads, currently reading. Yeah, if you follow me on Goodreads, you know too. And if you don't follow me on Goodreads, then hey, go click them links in the About Me section. This has been sitting here, I think for like a year and a half already. And I have not been bothered to even pick this up. Like I had it, it was looking at me. It was literally like, hey Ginnie, hi, you forgot about me. Yeah, I didn't forget about you. I just wasn't in the mood for you. That was the problem. And now I'm in the mood. Or maybe I'm just like, girl, you gotta finish this book. You added it to your 23 books to read in 2023. I literally added it so like that I could make sure I read it. And we're already close to the end of the year, and here lies this book. Because listen, anyways, you know what? we're gonna read this month. We're going to read this month because I also got the audiobook to help me. I heard the audiobook was good, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's an investment. Anyways, yeah, if you don't know nothing about this one, you're gonna want to listen to my synopsis. All right. Well, it's about the vampire. What's his name? Gabriel? Yes. Gabriel de Leon. It's literally about his life, you know, as a vampire. That's it. That's it. We're not going into full detail about this, bestie. Like,
a few moments later.
He's a silver saint, and he's, you know, like the only hope humanity has, and, you know, like he's going against the vampires or whatever, what have you. Yeah, the Holy Grail. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, this is gonna get read. You're going to see it on my wrap up, bestie. You are. I promise.
I can't lie!
Then there is Throne of the Fallen by Kerry Maniscalco. This one literally just came out. My bestie, she got it for me because we're reading this together. She's also a premium subscriber. And in my premium subscriber area, you can request to buddy read certain books with me. We've been reading the Kingdom of the Wicked series together ever since like it first came out. So every year we were reading the new books together. So now this year, Kerry Maniscalco came out with this one, which is supposed to be Prince Envy's story. I actually don't know too much about it. All I do know is that it's Prince Envy's story, and I'm ready for it. Jennifer L. Armentrout said, "The seven circles have never been so hot as when Prince Envy meets his match in every way, but the final game has begun and it could cost him his court. Will Envy be able to master the game in his heart, or will he lose it all?" You see, I'm ready for this. Ready. In Kingdom of the Feared, well, the whole series, when we get to meet Prince Envy, I loved his vibes. Okay, so when Kerry Maniscalco said she was coming out with this, me and my bestie were hyped. We were planning. We knew we were reading this together this year. We will move all our books aside from our TBRs to read this book together. Thank you, Christy, for giving me this book. And if anybody would like to join me with buddy reading and all the nonsense and shenanigans and just me rambling on in there, join the book club. Link is down below. I'll even pin it for you to make it easier. But yeah, I am super excited to be reading this and diving back into this world with my bestie. And I guess anybody else, if anybody joins premium subscribe area and becomes a simp, then yes, we'll be reading this together. Okay, so remember when I spoke about The Weight of Blood and how I had, you know, 2 book options to read? Yes, I have in my dreams I Hold the Knife by Ashley Winstead still on here because, again, I just wasn't in the mood. It came with me to Puerto Rico and it came right back to New York untouched, unopened. Yeah, that happened. But I'm super excited about reading this month because, you know, it's the fall, it's October, it's the vibes. It's giving, okay? It is giving. And for this one, I just know that it's like a dark academia. I always got a problem with that word, and literally this is me, okay? I just have a problem saying that word. I don't know. Academia, whichever one you choose. But it's set to be addictive, and it's a riveting psychological thriller, and it's like 6 friends, a college reunion, and a murder. What could go wrong? Why not, right? Sounds like fun. I'm super excited, and I'm sure I am going to read this one because, yeah, you know, bestie, we'll just see what the fuck I read in my November wrap up at this point, because I don't know. Another one, I'm a little bit scared to read this month, but excited to read at the same time, because I'll be buddy reading this with another one of my premium sims, Emily, my bestie, another bestie of mine. I mean, you all my bestie, okay? It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're reading this together, and that book is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. For this one, I don't know too much about it. I just know that there's a lot of triggers. We're following, obviously, Vanessa. I know it was something like with her teacher, professor, something like that. and it's weirdness and it's triggering and dark. So I felt like this is perfect for this month. Well, not even just that, it's also perfect, I feel, because of my fall readathon, which one of the prompts is enter if you dare, which is read a book that scares you, like, you know, that not that scares you, because obviously that's all type of horror books and stuff like that, but the prompt is read a book that you're scared to read, something like that. I am scared to read this one, okay? Like, I am scared especially to read it by myself. So I was super excited that M was like, buddy read, and I was like, fuck yeah. So buddy reading we shall do. And here we are. Let's see how I do with this one. So these next few books are actually arcs that were sent to me by NetGalley that I requested a while back and didn't get to and didn't feel like reading anyways, because I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood for it. Like, and I was reading other ones because I requested a shitload of books on NetGalley.
Come to return the book I borrowed.
Finished already?
Oh, I couldn't put it down. Have you got anything new?
Not since yesterday.
That's all right. I'll borrow this one.
There's that as well, because my ass don't know when to stop requesting on NetGalley. You know, like, I get super excited for certain books and then I'm just like, yes, request, and then surprisingly I get accepted. So there's that. You know, like, sometimes I request a book on NetGalley and then I'm like, well, hopefully I don't get accepted, but secretly I'm like, yes, get accepted. One of the first ones that I am excited to finally be able to read is A Guide to the Dark by Miriam Metui. I think that's how it's pronounced. If not, hey, don't ask me to pronounce anything because I fuck it up all the time. So yeah. And here's what drew me to want to read this book, because in reality I really don't know much about it. All I do know is that it's a YA mystery thriller / horror, and there's something suspicious about room 9, and basically what it is that you can check out of room 9, but you're not gonna actually leave. So that sounded like fun to me, and yeah, that's the reason why I requested it, and this is why I'm gonna read it now, because it just sounds perfect for this time, you know. They say that this one is perfect for fans of The Haunting of Hill House, and Nina LaCour, which that's the author for We Are Okay and Yerba Buena, which is like her latest release. Okay, why does that matter to me? I don't know. It shouldn't, because I never read anything from Nina LaCour, and I never read The Haunting of Hill House. So I don't know.
Name something people complain is clingy.
I always have a kid hanging from my legs because I have 5 children, so your children, your kids.
Yeah, that's a great answer. That's good. Woo, that's good. Surprise.
So I really don't know too much about this one neither, because I was sold just by the cover. That book is I Feed Her the Beast and the Beast is Me by Jamison Shea. And basically this one is a YA horror thriller, and all I know is that there will be blood. It's perfect for fans of Ace of Spades and House of Hollow, which those two, Bestie, I did actually read. So they're pretty good books. Like, I really loved Ace of Spades and the messages and the thrilling and the like mystery behind it. And then with House of Hollow, there was like a lot of weird and creepy vibes to it. So yeah, I figured this one sounds amazing. And then to top it off, it's also a villain origin story. You know me with my villains. I mean, yeah, I was sold, immediately sold. The minute I saw Ace of Spades, House of Hollow, villain origin story, say no more, because I'm gonna eat it up. That's it. Sold. Take my money. Well, no, take my request and approve that one. Another book that I want to see if I read this month is Ride or Die by Gail Agnes Muzukavana. Yeah, that. So this one is a YA mystery thriller with a romance subplot. It seems like it's thrown in there. Firstly, I was sold by that cover. Again, like, you know, I'm just a cover whore. Let's just say that. Aren't we all cover whores? Smash that like button if you're a cover whore. Yes, just do it. Just do it, because you know you are. There's no shame in that. But anyways, this one is about Lola and Ryan, who happen to be like the bestest of friends. They both get into like all this type of trouble, and they like literally have the title of being like the Bonnie and Clyde of Woolridge High, something like that. For Loli, that's just like nothing, right? Like she's always out for like drama, excitement, and all the bad stuff. And she ends up throwing like this big party because she was trying to steal like a necklace or something like that, and ends up meeting this mysterious person called X. Yeah, that's probably where Twitter got the name from, right? Like anyways, so X puts her up to like this challenge, and you know, your girl Loli is like, I got that. I'm not refusing. I'm up for the challenge. So as Loli and X go on these like risky escapades of like missions and craziness, right? Each time Loli is trying to like one up X by showing him like, yeah, I could do that and I could do it better than you know, type nonsense. And the thing is that she's actually risking the most dangerous thing of all, and that is her heart, by falling in love with somebody that she shouldn't. You see, Bestie, you see where that romance gets just thrown in there? I'm not really sure if this is like a mystery thriller like that, but I guess I'll see how it goes, and I'll definitely let you know what happens in this one. Well, I'm not gonna let you know exactly what happens, but you know, I'll let you know what I think. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so now we ping-ponging back to the adult horror thriller side, and one book that I am kind of excited but weirded about at the same time is Mave, because it's not Mauve, it could be Mave, Momfly, whichever one it is, by CJ Lead. So with this one, we are following Mave, I think her name is, whatever. And she's basically like every child's favorite ice princess during the day, and then by night, she's like roaming the Sunset Strip, going to these bars, imitating her misanthropic literary heroes. But then she finds out that her brother's best friend, Gideon Green, is back in town, and that awakens something dangerous in her. All of that leads her to try to act out this new persona that's inspired by American Psycho. Crazy, I don't know. It sounds amazing. And you know what? Patrick Bateman better watch out, because we have a new Psycho in town.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
So we have another collection of short stories that I would love to read this month, and that is They Lurk by Ronald Malfi. Literally, I've never read this author before. I do have a book on my TBR for him, which actually I should have put that in my TBR for this month too. But you know what, Bestie? Let me not get any wild ideas, like if I don't have enough books already on my TBR to read. But you know, don't be surprised, alrighty? Just don't be surprised. So basically, this one is a collection of 5 short stories that are featuring possession, parasites, and something monstrous that's lurking in the dark or in the outside. I don't know. All I know is that all those things sound like a recipe for disaster, a recipe for scary, a recipe for creepy, and I am here for it, and I'm ready to read this one this month. So Bestie, let me know what books you're excited to read this month. Have you read any of these books? Because if you have, let your girl know what you thought. Was it good? Is it worth me wasting my time in reading? Even though we all know I'm still gonna read it, because then we could talk about it and rant about it together, if anything. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. If you made it to this point in the video, leave a horror, a scary emoji, mainly blood. You know what? Leave a blood emoji, because that's the main thing that was brought up in this video. As usual, don't forget, stalk me. All my socials are down below, and join Totally Book Club. Remember, it is a free book club server. Premium subscription is optional. That's if you want to support your girl further and get all the exclusive stuffs and the spoiling that I give to you. Yes, then sure, subscribe. But other than that, don't worry, it's a free server. Just join. All right, just join. That's where all the cool kids are at. But anyways, Bestie, as usual, thank you for watching, and I love you guys so much. Let me give you some forehead kisses. Come here. Bye.
Mama, I love you. P.O.P. Hold it down. Right these out.